I don't really care what's going on in your life right now, but what you have to know is that you're the person that's ultimately responsible for anything that happens in your life. And that means taking accountability for every action that you have, every word you speak, everything that you do. You have to take accountability for that. And even for the things that you don't do, you have to take responsibility for that. Because now look, someone may have crashed into your car, right? Let's say you left it parking outside on the street, and in the middle of the night someone crashed into it and they left. And that, you can't really do much about it, right? Like it wasn't your fault that it happened. But that responsibility doesn't lie on the person that hit the car. The responsibility ultimately lies on you. Now you get to choose whether you want to try to find the person that hit your car. You can try to get money to fix it. You can do all these sorts of different things, but ultimately it all comes down to you. I decided to make a video on this now because I'm looking at my current living situation, or my current status, my current life, just everything that's going on in my life. I think that it's not exactly where I want to be, right? And for some reason, I keep trying to find ways to justify it, to make myself feel better for parts of my life that aren't going as well as they could be going, like money, for example. It's been a little hard because I'm in Spain right now, right? And that did take a lot of money, but it's like, what am I gonna do about it? Like, I could just call it here and then just go on doing whatever I've been doing, and not really getting anywhere financially. Or I could try to set up a little business. I can do some tutoring. I can do some little side hustles here and there and try to take responsibility for the fact that I'm here, Circumstances in life are just gonna come at you. Walls, barriers, everything is just gonna be hurtling at you, right? That shit does not stop. It never stops. Never. Your whole life there's going to be obstacles in the way of what you want to accomplish. Now it's up to you, up to me, up to the people, up to like the individual to decide what they want to do with those obstacles. Because it is true, you could take the easy route, that being you see this giant barrier in the way of your goal, right? Let's say you want to make $1,000 by the end of the month, but there's the barrier of starting the business and really putting the work in. So you could try to crash through that barrier, or you could take the easier route and just walk away from it. Now if you walk away from it, that's it. That's the end of that. You won't have growth. You won't even be able to tell someone that you tried it. Like, even telling someone that you're ambitious enough to get things going. You're ambitious enough to start that little side business. You're ambitious enough to reinvest the money that you make into other businesses, into other financial outlets like crypto, stocks, anything, right? It's all very important, and it all goes back to where you want to be in life. Do your actions right now, do they evaluate how you want your life to be in the future? Because all these decisions that you're making now, they're gonna have a ripple effect on your future, especially if if it's a habit that you do, a habit that you just do every day, though, that is going to start to compound a lot. And it's not even just for like the negative habits too. It's like for the positive ones too. You go work out 5 days a week. 2 years later, you're gonna be this person that people don't even recognize anymore. On the other hand, you could be on video games, what, 7 hours a day on the computer playing video games 7 days a week, and then you're gonna be worse off than you were before. Everything has a compound effect, and people really have to learn to use that to their advantage. Because while everybody else is focused on bullshit that doesn't really matter, you're out there working. I picked up these protein Jello cups. I don't know, it was like buy one get one 50% off. So I bought a good amount of them, you know. It's got no added sugar, tastes all right, and it's got protein. I didn't really research it to see if it was like, you know, worth it or whatever, but it's all right. No, but I really just wanted to make this video for myself because I like having an output. I like being able to talk to someone, even if it's not even a someone. I just like to talk about like things that are going on in my mind, because if I don't have an outlet for it, then it's just in my mind repeating, and I'm trying to understand it better. But I realize that if I talk about it, as I'm talking about it, I understand why I feel the way I feel and how those feelings are going to affect my actions and affect how I move throughout life. See, like as I'm talking about this, I'm just coming up with things to say, and it seems to make more sense for me personally, and it's starting to make sense also, just like when I'm trying to figure out my next steps, like what I'm going to do in terms of money, habits, just everything. The initial topic of this video was taking responsibility. So I'll leave it on that note. Just being able to take responsibility for everything in your life. Even if it's not your fault, especially if it's not your fault, that's when you should take the most responsibility. Because at the end of the day, no one is going to do anything for you. There's no savior that's going to come down and hand you $1,000, $1 million just because, right? No, you have to work that. You have to get that money. Just start taking responsibility, yeah.